Hey Dawn, I'm here now to do your human review. So I'll be just looking over some of your main metrics, and I'll mostly be tying this back to what you mentioned in the form that you filled in. So you said that your main goal was to lose 10 kilograms without losing muscle. So first of all, I would just say that if we actually come and have a look at your weight, because I just checked this, if we go to the 3 month, I mean, look at that, that was a great downward trend there. But if we go to the 3 month time frame, you've lost 5.5 kilograms in 3 months, which is fantastic, and it's continuing to go down. So from what I can see right now, and we can zoom in as well, you are in a downward weight trend at the moment. So that is awesome. So it's really a case of time more than anything else at the moment with regards to the weight loss. So 1.3 kilograms in 3 weeks, which is quite a lot. So if we consider that is about 3 pounds, let's say, in 3 weeks, and 1 pound of weight loss is kind of like the sweet spot of where you want to be. So in terms of the weight trend, everything looks really good to me right now. Your weight maybe it's starting to spike up more recently in the last 3 months. If we move that to 3 weeks, let's see what it looks like. There are some gaps in the data here. So the thing with weight is that it will go up and down a lot every single day. Even if you're in a calorie deficit and you're losing fat, on one day your weight might go up the next day. That doesn't mean you're gaining body fat, it just means your weight has gone up. So the only way that you can really counteract that and understand the weight trends is if you get as much data in there as possible, ideally weighing at the same time every single morning. So then each week you can look at your weekly average and take that number as your most insightful number in terms of weight. So that would mean weighing every morning for 7 days and then dividing that number by 7, and that's your weight for that week. And if you're trying to lose weight, you want to make sure that each week that number is getting a little bit less, trending down basically. So you mentioned that your main goals are for a life or longevity dashboard, I guess you mean, and improve my overall health based on metrics. Do you feel on track? Yes. Your biggest hurdles are laziness, and you are in the fat loss protocol, and you are tracking everything. So let's have a look. So we can see that the health scores dipped quite a bit since April, right? But I think that's probably going to be to do with gaps or missing data, which we can go over. So there's not really much here in the way of body fat, no body fat and no weight data either. Down here, I think. So if we, your resting heart rate's looking good there, it's staying within a range, no huge spikes up and down, it's not trending up, it's not trending down. Your steps, if we zoom in on the 3 weeks, okay, it's 8,800 actually. I had noted that down actually, so that's actually very, very good. So basically your steps are looking very good. I think we should try and maintain that. Your sleep is approximately 6 hours a night at the moment. I think it would be very helpful if you can find a way, figure out what the challenges are there for yourself, and see if you can find a way to increase that to 7, 8, maybe 7 to 9 hours a night. That's going to really help with your overall health and longevity. So you said your main goals were longer lifespan by better habits and losing weight. Do you feel on track? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Tracking works well, but sometimes I have hunger attacks, as some days result in too high calories. You're on the fat loss protocol and you track everything. So if we just run through things, so let's start with your weight. So if we go to your 3 months body weight, we can see that there has been a nice downtrend. From April the 25th, 114 kilograms down to 107 kilograms, which is huge. It's been a slight uptick recently, but now maybe starting to come back down again, and a lot of this could be to do with the fluctuations in carbohydrates and sugar and calories and things like that as well, which could be causing a lot of volatility on the weight and body fat trends, which aren't necessarily to do with body fat. Your resting heart rate seems to be trending down in the last 3 months, which is quite good, but even before, when it was slightly kind of higher, it was still under 50 BPM, so that looks very, very good, and that would kind of tie in quite well with the fact that you are very, very active. So I'm not really going to get too involved in the exercise today. I would just say keep that up. It's fantastic. You've got cardio in there, you've got strength training in there, we've got some running, we've got some cycling. Awesome.